Hello and welcome to Mad Hatter News, where everything is madness except for here, ironically enough. Today we're going to talk about a promo that I saw this morning from a comedian who you may have heard of. His name is Gianmarco and he is a comic based out of New York City. He's Jewish and he's very loud and proud about that, which is great, except his promo was depicting Jesus completely nude and looking between his legs as if he is about to get railed with a crucifix over his anus. Yeah, we're going to show their cute promo in a second, but I have a couple things that I want to talk about regarding how this is actually not comedy from a professional comedian. Yeah, I'm not as well known as Gianmarco. You can go to Sarah Holcomb Comedy right here and see my Instagram. I don't have as many followers as him. I don't have as many reels. I haven't been in the business as much as him, but I am a professional comedian and I book shows. I have my own show that I produce by myself that sells out every single time called Friday Night Fever. Come to the Lincoln Lodge in Chicago if you want to see that. But even though there are really no rules in comedy, there are a couple. One of the rules in comedy is that you do not punch down. That's not cool anymore. If somebody is mentally handicapped, you don't make fun of them in comedy. That's a guaranteed to have an audience turn against you. If you are white, you don't make fun of other races because, unfortunately, even if the things that you're saying are true and in good fun, you probably shouldn't say it because you are, unfortunately, higher in the social spectrum and listen to more than minority voices. That's just how it is, not just in professional comedy, not just in the arts, but also just in influencing. A lot of minority influencers have said that they get paid less for brand deals, less for appearances, and they don't get the same offers as regular white influencers. So when we're talking about comedy, if you're going to say something that is really polarizing about a religion, you should be a part of that religion. You should be undoing trauma from that religion. A lot of the funniest things regarding Christianity in comedy are people who have gotten out of Christianity and are looking back at the frivolousness or the funny parts of it that just don't make any sense, and they make fun of the religion because they used to be a part of it. I have a lot of sets about being a recovering Christian myself. And if you are a part of that religion, you can say a lot of sacrilegious things because you've been a part of that community, so you can mock it. Gianmarco was never a part of Christianity, and he is mocking Jesus in the most vile and disgusting way. So let's take a look at it and let me know what you think.
With y'all, I've been working on the past couple of weeks. Back in early June, this gal named Tova reached out to me and she was like, hey, I'm trying to find a stained glass artist to make my partner's tour poster out of glass. Would this be something you're interested in? Like, his name's Gianmarco Soresi. We're out of New York. This is for his European tour that he's currently on. And yeah, I just got to have it made out of stained glass. And I was like, for sure, send me the link. Let me see if it's something I can do for you. I click the link and I lose my mind. I was like, hell yes, girl. I have got to make this out of stained glass for you. It's already stained glass. So I start picking out my fun yellows and gold English muffles, all my teal English muffles, get out the bullseye scraps for the little Jesus. We just really dove into it. It was really fun picking out the iridescent glass for his little halo. Every single little detail of this piece I am just obsessed with. Like I said, his name's Gianmarco Soresi that this is for. He is a stand-up comedian out of New York. He's known for his crowd work and he is hilarious. I just love watching people do crowd work. It is truly a talent within itself. I hope that y'all enjoyed watching this little process video all up in 1 minute. And Gianmarco and Tova, I hope y'all enjoy having this piece in your home. Bye.
So again, Gianmarco is not Christian, nor has he ever been, and he's never been a part of the Christian community ever. Why did he feel like he could do this? Why did he feel like this would be a proper promo? There could be any sort of promo that he could have ever used. This isn't even something that he puts in his sets a lot of the time. Why did he think that this was okay? And why is no one saying anything about it? Except for really me. I did make a viral reel about this as soon as I saw it, but I took it down after about an hour because it had like 15,000 views already and the comments were polarizing. Most people agreed with me, but I just don't have the time. Today, I actually have to go to a meeting for work in like an hour and I need to get ready and I need to do a bunch of other stuff before that, but I just wanted to take this moment to take this video because the message is really important to me. Now, God knows that I am not here to just defend Christianity. I'm not here to defend Christians. I'm gonna sit here and spit facts. This video is not okay. This is the same as me making a promo video mocking Krishna, the Indian god. This is the same as me making a promo video mocking Muhammad, the prophet in Islam. That would not be okay for me to do. So why is it okay for Gianmarco to do this? The answer is it's not. But no one's saying anything because people are scared. People don't want to be called anti-Semitic. So why are we letting them just do whatever they want? Are people scared that they're going to be called anti-Semitic just because they're calling out something that is not within their right to do whatsoever? Unfortunately, the United States is a Christian society, and it's becoming more evangelist by the day. Things are getting a little bit scary in the United States, to be honest. It's becoming very fundamentalist, and that is a problem. A lot of people who haven't said their religious affiliation online or in public are mocking Christianity, are saying things about Christianity, because we are a Christian society and it is assumed that you are Christian unless you say otherwise. That really is how the United States is. So for example, the Like a Prayer video that Madonna had, I think that was like 1983, 1984, that was extremely offensive and polarizing even for modern day. They were burning crosses. She was depicted to have schmecks with a saint, and the saint happened to be black. It was a whole huge thing at the time. People were racist, people were very Christian, people did not like this, but then a lot of people did. It was considered brave of her to kind of do something like this in art. But also, keep in mind, she didn't show graphic depictions of Jesus or a saint in any of these situations. So what if I, as someone who has just said that I am ex-Christian, recovering Christian, what if I were to take one of their historically revered rabbis, maybe from ancient times that they love, and put it on a promo picture of my own Torah and had that rabbi naked with the Torah in his crack? Would that be okay for me to do? Why did he think he was entitled to do something like this? I have only said something twice in the comedy community. Once when female comedians were being put in really dangerous situations because men were following them, or male comedians were not understanding that they really needed people to protect them and watch them as they walk to their cars. And two, right now. Oh wait, three. One was a while ago on my old TikTok account where I had like 800,000 followers. That went viral. It actually made the news when Bobby Lee, who is a comedian, was talking in graphic detail on a podcast about how he R-worded an underage child in Mexico and described how she was crying, and it made him like it even more. It was a terrifying, horrific audio of this podcast that I played, and yeah, it made the news. Bobby Lee actually had to go private for a while. But again, all three of those times are things where somebody should have said something. I did see someone in the comment section of the video that I made about this on Instagram say that criticizing the promo of another comedian is not going to get me booked. Do you think I give a fuck if I'm calling out something that should not happen? That is the mentality of a weak person. That is the mentality of someone who has zero morals and stands for nothing. And that's probably why a lot of people who don't stand for anything have no followers, because no one wants to follow you. Here's the thing with me. Yes, I'm an ex-Washington, D.C. reporter. I've always been focused on the news. I've always said my opinions. And a lot of time on my YouTube channel, I like to have general questions open for everybody. I like to pose a lot of different points of view so that people can comment their point of view in the comment section. I'm not always super hardcore with what I believe and this is how it is, but sometimes I am, and this is one of those times. People who are afraid they're not going to get booked on something like this should have other endeavors, things that they're interested in. Maybe they should build their following into faithful followers that actually respect them because they're saying what they think, instead of hoeing it out because they want to be well liked by everyone. If you are well liked by everyone, you are loved by no one. Anyways, let me know what you think about this in the comments again, and I guess I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.